Hey y'all, so let's talk money and spirituality. This is a thing that has been coming up to me so many times over the past few months that those of you who watch my content, a lot of y'all are struggling with the idea of focusing on your money because you feel like it's not spiritual, right? Or that it's somehow like got to be kept separate. Wrong and wrong. So, so what we are going to do today is we are going to deliberately connect your spirituality, my spirituality, the concept of spirituality with money, the attainment of money, the growth of money, the sharing of money. Now, who's going to say that sharing isn't spiritual? Not a damn person. So let's get rid of any idea that it is wrong or bad or not spiritual for you to focus on your money. And let's help you draw in as much as you can, if for no other reason, so that you can be a blessing to other people with the resources that you have. If you happen to be new here, my name is Shon, and I am so happy that you are joining us. If you are not new here, you have noticed, I'm sure, that it is yet another new setting for a video since my return to my hometown of North Carolina. I am very, very excited to be here. And I'm very glad that you're going to go on this journey with me. You guys, let's work on your money. So what has been coming up for me, in addition to this idea of some of you feeling hesitant around spirituality and money, or that in order to be a spiritual person, you have to not have or think about money or need money, is guides, spirit guides, connecting your spirit guides to your focus on money. How often do you pray about money? How often do you pray for money? If you haven't been, if you never have, start now or return to it now. Okay. So for our messages today, we're going to do angel messages about your money. That doesn't sound very like snappy, witty. Money messages, morning money messages from your angels, because this will be posted in as a morning reading. Morning money messages from your angels. We are going to be using the Angel Prayers Oracle by Kyle Gray. Okay. And we're also going to use my Money Manifestation Oracle. I don't know who the creator of this deck is. This is one of those decks that, I found on Amazon, and the shop has a weird series of letters as its name. But I have found this to be a very, very helpful deck for manifesting money, increasing the earning, having guidance around money in general, right? Forgive me if I keep looking out here. I have a beautiful view in front of me. It is Charlotte in the springtime. No, fall. It's autumn. Anyway, so we're going to start with pulling from these decks for you to see what your initial messages are. And we are going to do this as a pick a card, even though I don't have the piles pre-arranged for you. So this is pile 1. So then you're going to be reading 1. Reading 2. And reading 3. Okay. Now I realized that I just showed y'all the back of the cards, and that's because I felt that you are supposed to let your intuition and not any specific imagery make you help you choose your piles. Connect with your intuition. If there is a spirit guide or guides that you feel particularly close to, ask them to help you choose your pile right now. I will be silent for a few seconds so that you can do that. And of course, you also have the ability to choose by the number if you want to. But very much it feels as though our guidance here today is to actively ask our guides for help in this area of our life. And so with that being said, I also ask that my spirit guides, the goddesses that I love and adore, and the angels who are with me always and evermore, be with us in this moment so that I can bring you the messages that you need today. Starting with group 1, you guys took the miracle of forgiveness. And I will, of course, as always, put timestamps in the description box for you. The miracle of forgiveness. So let's see which guidance from the Money Manifestation Oracle comes along with this. Oh, also, it is Archangel Jermiel. I hope I'm saying that name correctly. Jermiel, Jeremiel. Jeremiel. No, we're going to go with Jermiel. And then also on this card, it says, thank you, Jermiel, for helping me understand the process of forgiveness. Now, right away, before even looking at this card that came from the Money Manifestation Oracle, I am getting to tell you that there is oftentimes a pain of our past. It can be a personal relationship or even a work relationship that made us not just burn a bridge, but burn down the whole town. And it affects how we are able to receive money going forward. So this might be someone who we've worked with before, rubbed us a certain way, and then we swore we would never work at that organization again, or we would never work in that field again. But our calling, our strongest abilities and talents may actually be connected with that kind of work. But because of the pain that we experienced with that, we are unable to continue to work in that vein, right? For some, this is directly related to church or whatever spiritual center you used to go to for, worship or praise or connecting with that which is spiritual, or even just the concept of spirituality, and feeling let down, having needs and not having those needs be met by the deity or entities that you pray to. And so this keeps you from asking for more or for seeking guidance when making decisions around your money, whether it's having to do with work or having to do with investing, having to do with whether or not to spend on something, how and when to save, okay? And then the biggest forgiveness message coming through right now is forgiveness of yourself for money mistakes you have made in the past. I don't even feel like I need to elaborate very much on that, because what I'm getting is those of you for whom that is the case, you already know who you are. And you know that it's okay. You just need someone to say it. So let me say it to you. It is okay that you made the money mistakes you made in the past. Sometimes when we make a money mistake, it makes us become risk averse, and being risk averse keeps us from taking chances or making changes that are necessary for us to have money come into our lives. All right, you have here for your money manifestation card, you have fear of failure. Your fear of failure, interesting, can be very crippling, especially when it keeps you from even trying. So yes, this is very much about self-forgiveness. Very much about self-forgiveness. What went wrong before won't necessarily go wrong again. It's always an opportunity to learn. I don't think it's only an opportunity to learn. I am not one of those people that subscribes to the belief that you have to go through bad things in order to have good things. I feel like that's bullshit, But I think there is always the choice to learn from the hard things that we go through. And I'm definitely getting very strongly, this is about the risk aversion that has come from making monetary changes, whether it's changing a job or investing. Maybe you invested in something before. Maybe you're one of those people that during the pandemic was hearing and seeing all the stuff about crypto being the new world currency, and you put your money in certain crypto projects, I believe they were called, and you kept believing what you were hearing. And it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. There are some people that made a ton of money on crypto. There are more people that lost a ton of money on crypto. I personally did have some crypto for a while. And I've got this uncanny ability to know when it's time to get rid of something or someone. And I don't hesitate. And I don't doubt myself or try to talk myself into staying in things that I just have a sense, even if I don't have the why, I need to remove myself, or in this case, my money from. And that's what I did. And some of you may have not gotten that hit, or you may have gotten that hit and didn't listen to it because the voices telling you to, hodl were louder. And so for you, unfortunately, there has been this thing that has had a very negative effect on your finances, and then most importantly, on your ability to trust yourself when it comes to your finances. So one of the definite guidances coming through for you is not only that you need to forgive yourself, that you can trust yourself again, but also you don't have to do it alone. That you can ask your spirit guides that you already know and are close to for help in making your monetary decisions. Do not keep divorcing the idea of financial wealth and spiritual righteousness or goodness. I mean righteous in the most what's the literal sense of the world, as in rightness, not as in like holier than thou, blah 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 blah. Like, no. So for you, for sure, pray more about your money. Ask deliberately for guidance. If you feel like you can't remember to do it whenever, like in the moment when you are making a purchase, it can even be your groceries. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes that can put us like, make us stress. I was like, oh my God, how am I going to pay for this right now? I've got all these other expenses, but I have to eat. You know, whatever the spending is, if you can remember to pray to your spirit guide or guides as you are spending, that is ideal. If you can't, if you feel like you're not somebody who's going to remember that every morning, when you start your day, make it part of how you start your day to ask your spirit guides to help you with your money decisions throughout the day. And if you don't have a specific guide that you feel based on who they are, what you know of them is one that you can ask for help with that. Ask Archangel Jeremiel. I feel like I'm saying that wrong though. Jeremiel, because there's like a third E in there. There's like 3 E's in there. But ask this archangel to help you forgive yourself. Ask him specifically to help you forgive yourself for your past money mistakes and to guide you into making good money decisions for your day. Keep it one day at a time. Don't put the pressure on yourself to be perfect ever, but especially not perfect forever. Okay. All right. So those are your messages if you chose the first card. The second card, you guys got trustworthy friends. Okay. And it says, thank you, angels, for surrounding me with people I can trust and love. This feels very much what's channeling through me right now before looking at your money manifestation card is an idea of remembering that, again, you're not in this alone, you know? Now, you may be someone who doesn't talk to other people about your money concerns or worries because of any ideas you have about it not being spiritual or being wrong to focus on money, being rude. Back in the day, it used to be gauche. It used to be that we didn't talk about money, we didn't talk about politics, and we didn't talk about religion. That is not today. That is not the world we're in anymore. So this is specifically, this piece, this very next sentence I'm about to say is specifically for those of you who are Gen X and older, particularly older, who watch my content. You for sure need to get over that idea of I can't talk about it, because that was very much a part of the Gen X generation and older. These kids, they talk about everything, and you need to be like that. And you particularly need to find people that you know, love, and trust, particularly those who are being financially successful in their lives at this time that you personally know. Talk with them about money. You don't have to disclose every single thing about your financial circumstances with them, but just have open conversations about it. This is going to move the energy of money in a positive way. Everything is energy. Money is energy. The words we use around money are energy, you know? And if you can talk about it in a way, if you can talk about it at all, what it does is it takes the energy of shame off of money. All right? So definitely talk to people that you know, love, and trust about money, your money situations. Ask them if they feel like people that you can ask, you know, their advices on money, or just talk about money in general. You know, start watching stuff on CNBC and share, just like strike up a conversation. You know, I was watching this article on CNBC, blah, 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 blah. Or, you know, I was just watching Kamala Harris's most recent rally in La Crosse, Wisconsin, and Mark Cuban was there, and he really broke down what tariffs are. And based on what he's saying, absolutely a tariff means money is going to go up for us. Like the cost of things is going to go up for us, even though there's this guy out there saying how, like, you know, the other country is going to pay the tariff. That's just not how tariffs work. Like, what do you ever think about that? Like, however, I mean, that was a very contrived conversation, though everything I just said is true and real. My point is this: talk about it. It can be specific to you, specific to the other person's circumstances, or things that you are seeing and hearing in the news. Have a conversation around it, okay? Also, get into some money mastermind groups. There are many that are available on Facebook. There are also ones that are specific, and I'm not saying, first of all, let me say, vet those, okay? Before you start sharing anything about your situation, join the ones that are private. And then observe before you start commenting and sharing, and see what the quality of those groups is. Does it feel like a place where people are giving positive money mindset messages, truthful accounting, but be careful of taking very specific financial advice from any sort of social media group. You don't want to do that, okay? And then there are some masterminds out there that are connected to specific money coaches. I don't have one because, as you can tell from if you're someone who watches my content all the time, I just, my following is very small right now. And so I don't feel at this time that it is hugely beneficial for you guys for me to try to start a money mastermind group. Though I've got a lot of shit to share with you if you want that. If you want that, let me know. But in my Patreon, there's always the opportunity for those who are Vibra Gold to chat with one another in the chat about money. But what you want to do is surround yourself with other people who are able to talk about money openly, think about money openly, positively and productively, because they will be your support. They will lift you up around that topic. Keep your vibration high. And they're a good guard for you against old thoughts, old beliefs about money, constricting ones, harmful ones. You have to counterbalance that. And if you're someone who for a long time has struggled with the concept of money being an okay thing to think about, work on, or talk about, you absolutely need that support on a regular basis. You absolutely need daily infusions of, that makes me think I should probably put out a video every day. I haven't been because I've heard people say that, when you're trying to create content for YouTube, be careful not to post too often, because a video that you post needs time to get a lot of views. Because if you put another video out right away, then it splits people's attention and then it hurts the views of the previous video. I feel like that's, again, bullshit. I feel like a lot of stuff that's said out there is bullshit. But anyway, so as I'm thinking about my own YouTube experience, what I'm seeing is not every video I put out is one that every single person is interested in. So you're going to click on the ones that you are interested in that topic, and someone else is going to click on the ones that they're interested in that topic. So all of that being said, yes, I'm going to start putting out a video. I'm going to try to start putting out a video for you guys every single day, because you need that support for your money, okay? So trustworthy friends, and remember to thank your angels. Ask them for help. Thank them. Thanking is important because gratitude helps draw more in. Gratitude helps us to see what it is we already have. And as we take note of what we already have, we feel abundant. We don't feel as though we are being ignored. We don't feel lack to the same extent. Sometimes you might still kind of feel it, but when you're really focused on what you have, you feel so good about it. And so your vibration rises, and the choices that you make are more in line with having and getting more than when you feel like you can't have, or you don't have, or you're ungrateful for what you've already gotten. Okay? Thank you, angels, for surrounding me with people I can trust and love. So find yourself groups of friends to talk to. You might end up finding one specific group that you feel, yes, this group has the right energy for what I want to do financially. And then, of course, as I said before, people that you actually know IRL. Yeah, I'm up on the lingo, I know. Actually, you know what? It's probably old now that I'm saying it. But anyway, in real life, the people that you know in real life, find out from, talk with them. Just have open conversations around money. Pressure. Okay, so the card you got from the Money Manifestation Oracle is pressure. It says, be aware of how family... Oh my God, I was just going to say, oh my God. Okay, so I was just about to say, and I stopped myself. That big deep breath I just took is because I was going to say, you might want to be careful of talking to your parents or people of older generations than you about money, because the limiting beliefs and lower vibration money mindsets that you have probably came from them. So they are not the ones to talk to about this. And then we got this card. And this card says, pressure. Be aware of how family influences and social pressures are influencing your career choices. I want to expand that to being about more than just your career, but also your money choices at all. Your money choices at all, particularly if you've got someone in your family who part of their belief system is if you have but they don't have and they need, it is your responsibility to give to them. No, it's not your responsibility. If you have it and you want to share, it is a very generous thing for you to do. As an artist, I have oftentimes been very blessed with generosity from members of my immediate family. I hope I've never made them feel like they have to do it. That it's their responsibility to take care of me financially. I hope I never made them feel that way. So anybody in your family that you might be feeling that kind of energy around, be careful of that person and get them out of the money sphere. There are people that you can talk to about like clothes, or people you could talk to about movies, people you could talk to about food recipes, and people you can talk to about money. And they're not necessarily all the same people. All right. So don't let anybody else's beliefs, particularly people in your family, because that's where your original limiting and low vibration beliefs around money came from. Do not let them influence your money making, investing, or giving decisions anymore. So these are your cards that you got. Okay. I think those might be backwards. Hold on. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so that's you, number twos. Let's find out what those of you who chose group 3 got. So you guys got another archangel. You got Archangel Shamuel. It says, open your heart. Thank you, Shamuel. Why do I know how to say his name, but I don't know how to say Jeremy? Like, I know how to say a lot of archangel names. I was raised Catholic. But I've never heard of Jeremiel before. I mean, I've seen this card before in this deck when I've used it for myself. But anyway, I'm so sorry, Archangel Jeremiel, if I've said your name wrong. Anyway, getting back to you, group 3s. If you skipped the other 2 groups and you just gave me your group, you're like, what is this crazy person talking about? Y'all, this is horrible. Okay. So, group 3, hi. You got open your heart. And the archangel who's got a message for you today around your money is Archangel Shamuel. It says, thank you, Shamuel, for removing the barriers around my heart. And this feels very, very apropos given what we were already talking about from the beginning of this video, the inspiration for this video, this idea of money being separate from spirituality. So when we talk about the heart, it's not necessarily consciously associated with spirituality, but one word that we use to talk about the heart and feelings that we also typically use to talk about spirituality is love. And we've heard people talk about how love is the highest vibration of all, right? It's an opinion. I personally feel like it's joy. But love is very high vibration, and it is a very productive energy to be in. So I'm definitely getting, for you guys, there's strongly a message here to have more love energy around your money. How does this look? Okay, one thing is enjoy spending money more. Enjoy it. There are some people who want to have money but also don't want to spend money. I get it. There are many reasons for this. It could be that you are a naturally frugal person. It could be that you were taught to be frugal. It could be that you're one of those people who subscribes to that mindset, because this is a real way in which some people build their wealth and create millions for themselves, that they do it through frugality. They have a typical not high paying job, and they deliberately spend less than they make, and they save and leave the savings alone. They let compound interest work for them, or even if they happen to invest, oftentimes these people are not investors because they're not risk takers. They're risk averse by nature. But if they happen to invest, they definitely do it with a longer time horizon, like 20 years or longer, and they just let the money do its thing. Okay. These people, whether they are conscious of it or not, are operating from the energy of fear and also the energy of lack. Now, this is not me saying you need to spend more than you're comfortable with. It is me saying that when you spend, be comfortable about it. Look forward to having more money come to you so that you can spend. All right. Some of us get really locked into the idea of we need more money so we can pay our bills. We need more money because this expense came up. That's a real thing. Or to make sure that we can have it in place in case other expenses come up. You see how all of that is negative energy connotations with money, you know? Or even how about this? I need money in order to look important. I need wealth in order to be respected by others. I want to show off this and floss that and have these things, or it's going to make me secure. It's going to make me feel safe. None of those things are love energy, and it is okay to have love energy around money. Enjoy receiving money when it comes in for you. Enjoy the earning of your money. If you are working in a field or in a way that you don't enjoy it, you have negative connotations with money. The energy of money for you is negative because the only way for you to get it is in a way that makes you unhappy. So see what things you can do to change how you earn your money. I know it's easier said than done. I would spend more time talking about it right now if that's the purpose of this video, but it's not. I do have other videos that talk about connecting your true calling or your strongest talents, the talents that you enjoy the most, or even things that you are strongest at, to the earning. I have videos on that. In fact, I just did one last night that talks about reconnecting with your calling. Check that one out, okay? So it's the video that's right before this one. So yeah, definitely having more love energy, where money is a positive thing for you in how you earn, when you spend, when you buy your groceries, saying thank you to the energy of money that it is there for you while you buy your groceries. Say thank you to your specific spirit guides if you want to, for the fact that you have that money to buy those groceries. You can, even if you don't have a spirit guide that you feel it's okay to talk to them about money, trust me, it is. Spirit guides, I don't think spirit guides can be offended by anything that we say out loud to them. That's my personal opinion. But anyway, but choose Archangel Shemuel, who's expressly associated with the energy of love. And thank him, you know? So you're earning and you're spending and even you're giving. When you give money to others, whether it is, say, tithing to a church or helping out a family member, buying things for your own children, getting anniversary gifts for your significant other, is there any begrudging energy there? Is there anything there where you're just like, I don't feel like spending this. Why should I have to give this? I'm tithing, but I'm not getting any money back like I'm supposed to. Hey, newsflash, you're not gonna. That's like, tithing has been misused and misabused in how it's been taught to people. So if you can't afford your life, do not be giving 10% to anybody else. I said it. You need to be able to take care of yourself and keep yourself safe. And any spiritual being or entity that you believe in and loves you will understand that it is better for you not to be stressed out about money so that you can make sure you give 10% to some organization. Just putting it out there. Okay, so definitely the energy of love. And most importantly, I got very strongly, enjoy spending more. And one of the ways that can happen for you is find things to spend your money on that you enjoy. So it can be something as simple as a certain food item from the grocery store that might cost a little bit more than your general budget typically allows. So you don't get it very often, get it more often and really enjoy eating it. Okay. Or going to a specific restaurant. My examples are often food because I really just love food, you know. Let me think of another one. Treating yourself to a movie, you know, a movie that you want to see. You can go by yourself and enjoy that experience. So your money is now associated with that. Or if you go with someone else and say you have a significant other, right? And that significant other is always paying for the movie. So they always get to pick. That was my reality for a very long time in LA. For a very long time. Justin made the money and I just was not getting any work. And so whenever we went to the movie, which was rare because LA is so expensive, he would choose it. And yeah, that's the whole story. And then one day I was just like, I should get to pick the movie too. You know? But it wasn't just that I was abdicating that. I believe it was said to me one day that because he was paying, he should get to choose. That is not our reality anymore. So if that is your thing, okay, where someone else is always paying for the movie and so they get to choose. Unfortunately, just so that he doesn't come off like a terrible bad guy. No, it would always be movies that I didn't mind seeing too. I just didn't offer up, hey, we should go see this movie over here. But anyway, it would be things that we both enjoyed. typically Marvel movies. Back to you. You pay. You pay. If it means saving up for a little bit, do that so that you have money to be the one to pay for the movie. And invite that person. Be like, hey, we're going to go to the movie Saturday night, my treat, and here's what we're going to go see. And now you can enjoy it, okay? I spent a long time on that one example. Sorry, guys. But you get the gist of what I'm saying. Find ways to spend money that bring you joy because you're spending the money on things you enjoy. Go to an arcade. Have some fun there. Don't have your money just be about your necessities. And I get it. Life is expensive. Life is hard. And all of those are beliefs. And yet, there's truth in them, particularly for many of us. But just get in the habit of finding even very small, like get a flower for yourself from the grocery store, you know? Something that associates joy, love, high vibration, heart energy with money for you. And then the giving. Don't just give to, again, I'm not going to spend any more time on that tithing example that I gave, but what is something that you believe in? An organization or a person even who could use help and you really wish you could do more for them. Do that. Where it feels good to you to share the resources that you do have with them. All right. And finally, let's get your card from the Money Manifestation deck. I don't even think it's called Money Manifestation Oracle. I keep saying that, but I think it's Money Manifestation deck. What is there we go. You guys got experiment. When you find yourself feeling indecisive about which direction to go, don't be afraid to experiment with multiple options to figure out what works for you. This is very, I love this. Coming along with the Archangel Shamuel message about opening your heart. And remember, it says, thank you, Shamuel, for removing the barriers around my heart. When we allow ourselves to experiment, we are in heart energy. We're not operating from fear, which is mind energy, right? Or the realm of the mind. You get what I'm saying? So it's like when we don't allow ourselves to experiment, when we don't try new things, when we don't think outside of the box, when we don't even let ourselves consider new possibilities, oftentimes it's because we're afraid. And this applies to our finances as well as any other areas of our life. But when we are feeling safe, when we are feeling loved, when we are feeling uplifted, when we are in the energies of love and joy, we typically do take more risks. We do experiment with more things, right? And then it says here, and this is the part that I feel is the most important, figure out what works for you. So this is the ultimate act of self-love. Self-love is connecting your actions to what works for you. And you can do that with your money as well. We've already talked at length on ways you can do that. And I feel like this is not just a confirmation, but for some of you, you may have heard me say all the things I said before we got this card and went, I don't even know what that would be. I don't even know what would bring me joy to spend my money on, or what ways to earn money would be joyful for me. This is a great place for you to be, because now you get to play. You get to experiment. Fear, walls, heart, closed, stop. Okay. Take a deep breath. Ask your guides for help. And try some things. And always remember to give yourself the opportunity to change your mind. You don't have to stick with anything forever. Believe it or not, this actually even includes jobs. You know, it's not the conventional thinking. It's not the traditional way to do things. It may even seem very risky. It could be. But what's riskier in your mind? Continuing to depend on something that you hate, or do something that you hate, or even just are apathetic about or don't care about to bring money in? Or finding something you really, really enjoy, are connected to, are gifted at? Let me tell you something. Your earning potential is higher with that second. Because if you don't like what you do for money, your ability to earn is stifled by the fact that you don't really want to do the work. So you're not going to be doing your best work. I don't care how much you think you are. You're just not. It's not going to be your best work. It's possibly not even in your natural skill set. So it takes extra energy, extra effort for you to do it, which makes you less efficient. So again, opportunities to excel and to grow your wealth are stifled by that. And most importantly, sometimes you won't even want to do it. Do I say most importantly a lot? I think I do. But anyway, you may not even want to do it. You may not even, so you may constantly be late or call in sick. Or if it's something where it's your business and you feel like you need to keep it because you built that business, but you're really over it, maybe you don't, reach out to your clients very much anymore, or you are short with them or whatever. And all of this is going to negatively affect your ability to bring cash in. So just be aware of all of that. You get to choose. You get to let your heart lead you in those choices. Choices for how you earn, how you save, how you give, how you invest. All right? All right, everybody, this is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have enjoyed it. I am about to go and choreograph Frozen. Yes. If you're on my mailing list, you already know this, but I have been hired to choreograph 2 musicals already since being home. One is Frozen and the other is The Wizard of Oz. Frozen is this fall, The Wizard of Oz is in the spring. And I am super, super excited because, y'all, I love dance. I do. So I'm signing off. And I am going to try to give you a video every day. Let's see if I can make that happen. She says as she just admitted to having to choreograph full-length shows. I may not have the time, but I sure as hell am going to try. I will support you in your money journey. Take care. Bye. Where's the mouse?